Hello, welcome to the Newspaper Review here on Top TV. My name is Williams Abule, and with me here is Mr. Victor Sioko.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome once more.
Thank you
for always making it here to the program. And to our viewers, I want to thank you very specially for staying with us up to this time. But if this is the first time you're seeing this video, do well to subscribe so you can stay connected. Subscribe to the channel, and of course, click on the notification key, because that is the only way you'll get notified, whenever we come up with a new episode of the program. Well, it's been a very rainy day here in the city of Port Harcourt. Yes, that's where we're reaching you live from the city of Port Harcourt in Rivers State, Nigeria. And of course, it's been raining all over the country. I mean, we're at the peak of the rainy season, and that's the case here again in the city of Port Harcourt. Well, we'll be going to the headlines and seeing and taking some of the very major stories that broke within the last 24 hours, but that will be right after this break. You stay tuned and get ready to also participate in the program. We'll be right back.
Hey there, are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
All right, welcome back from that break. We'll start with the Daily Sun newspaper. And we'll start from the top part of that paper. It says here, Ekwerimadu's wife deny organ harvesting allegation to remain in UK custody till July 7th. Letter to British Embassy indicates young man was going to donate kidney. That story is on page 8 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Also here as a major headline here on the Daily Sun, we see tension deepens in APC over defection plan by lawmakers. Concerned legislators insist on moves despite Adamu's intervention. Party chair talks tough on 2023 presidential poll. Oshun Guba. That story you find on page 6 and 27 of the Daily Sun newspaper. All right, moving on, we go to other headlines here on the Daily Sun. We see here, Buhari, why I won't try third term. Buhari, why I won't try third term. Debunks claims IPOB leader not having access to his lawyer. That story is on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Other stories here, we see Wire agreed to be Atiku's running mate or car. You find details of that on page 8 of the Daily Sun newspaper. So do well to pick a copy and read up details. All right, Mr. Victor. Well, the story of Senator Ekweremadu and his wife has been, on almost all the headlines since yesterday when this story broke. And, it has elicited a lot of different reactions from people. What's your take on that story?
Whoa, such a big news. And it's not just big, it's a news with different divergent opinions and views. Yeah. Okay, so some persons are out there celebrating that a Nigerian politician is going to be nailed. Yeah. Okay, it's quite sad that our politicians have this bad face. Okay, they have a very bad face. Okay, so when they also make mistakes, as in genuine mistakes, okay, we as the people, as the masses, tend that it is so intentional.
It's deserving.
Yes.
They deserve the evil that is coming to them.
Exactly. Yeah. So now, coming to the background of the news, the young boy is 15 years old, from what the court has said. And on his passport, he was quoted to be 21 years. That goes down to, this case has many legs. Yeah. Because the Nigerian Immigration Services will be held accountable here. Okay, so just a little background news of the entire story. So, Ekweremadu, the wife, took a young boy of 15 to the UK to help transfer his kidney to the daughter named Sonia. Sonia is suffering from kidney failure. Sonia has been on dialysis in the UK. Ekweremadu has a house in the UK. His family resides in the UK. So they make the trip. Now, reports say that on getting to the UK, it found out that the boy's organ could not match the daughter's own. Then we also heard that the young boy now did not want to come back to Nigeria, in quotes. He now had issues and he ran away. And he was homeless for 2 days until the police, he got mixed with the police. Then the police investigated and got to know what happened. Yeah. Now, Ekweremadu on his own and the wife, we are now going to Turkey. They've already arranged in Turkey for same transplanting until the Metropolitan or the Metropolis Department, Metropolis Police Department, Metropolitan Police Department now arrested them at the Heathrow Airport. Then they were now in police hands. Just yesterday, they were now charged to court. Okay. They already have a defending lawyer, so they applied for bail. Unfortunately, the bail was denied. The court also gave 2 weeks before the next hearing. Yeah. Now, in the UK laws, mind you, this is more like it's a foreign affair situation right now, because we are talking about a Nigerian senator, okay? Mind you, they need to speak with, both countries need to come together, of course, then know whether the case will be handled in the UK or in Nigeria. It could still be transferred to Nigeria, mind you. So now, to the public views, the public opinion are saying that, oh, thank God, he has been caught, okay? Mind you, he is still innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. So, what is happening? The organ market is a very blooming market, okay? Now, in Nigeria, we have cases, multiple cases of organ theft. In Nigeria, when these kidnappers get hold of their victims, in many cases, they tell you, if you don't bring money, we'll use your body parts, we'll sell it to a middle person. Let me tell you, Mr. Bule, there is always a middle person out there willing to collect these parts and sell. Now, let me also tell our viewers, the organ market is very, very lucrative. I believe our producer will be able to help us to show a chart where you have different amounts of this organ. Now, in the US, a heart can cost as much as $1.4 million. You know what that means? Just imagine a kidnapper gets somebody and sells the heart. So just imagine the amount. So that's why when they kidnap person, they be like, in fact, in many cases, they do not even ask for money again. They can just harvest your organ. Now, it now goes down to the laws of the country. This thing, mind you, our country is so lenient. And I think that was why Ekweremadu himself went going without proper preparation, if you ask me. Because I do not see why you make such a trip without proper documentation. Now, okay, the young man, another issue now is that the young man is a minor. What steps did he follow before making the trip to the UK? In this country, I've heard, in fact, I've been so close to persons that had this kidney failure. And my brother, to buy kidney, it is really not a struggle, because there are people out there willing to sell theirs for that money. Nigerians are suffering. The poverty has really reduced us that even we do not value our own lives anymore. So in the UK, they have stipulated laws, stipulated procedures on getting this. There is always a bank where people apply. Then it is left for the government or the institution over there to now assign one if deemed necessary and important. So it goes down to everybody. You need to be careful.
Yes, yes, I agree
You
with
need
you.
to be careful.
It's an unfortunate situation.
Nigeria, our laws, oh, yeah, we have laws here, but who is there to enforce it? Okay, look at the Omorin girl that died in Uyo. If you remember one girl that died in Uyo, her body parts were harvested up till now. In fact, the young guy that killed him, they've not even gone down to investigate who did you sell this body part to, who are you dealing with? Nothing. That's how our politicians, you cannot tell me that, oh no. It is not an allegation here, brother. We know that our politicians, they soil their hands with body parts.
They do.
Even for traditional, for traditional reasons. They soil their hands.
Well, it's an unfortunate situation.
Really,
that
really
is,
unfortunate.
Happened with, Senator Ekweremadu and his family, because on one hand, owing to the fact that on one hand, with the reports that we have, he has an ailing daughter that requires an immediate surgery for a kidney. But it seems to me that he has gone about it the very illegal way, thinking maybe he feels the UK laws are the same with that of Nigeria. In Nigeria, you can do this and get away. In fact, it won't even make it to the news. It won't make it to the news. He is just one of those scapegoats, like I would say, because a lot more of them are involved in very silly things like this. Things that will require the life of another person, being at risk, but they don't care. I mean, look at the country, the state of the nation. It just clearly tells you that the upper class, these politicians, don't care about what happens down there. Their own is that they should remain where they are and continue doing. But this is an unfortunate case, and I am so sure that the UK will bring them to book as the investigation continues. As the story continues to unfold, we'll continue to bring you details of that story as we follow up. All right, moving on, we'll go to the New Telegraph newspaper. Let's take the headlines from the top there. It says, Naira falls to 611 Naira per dollar at the parallel market. And also we see here 2023, no third term for me, Buhari tells British Prime Minister. Insists IPOB leader Kanu must face trial. And then we also see here, why I can't pay salaries by autumn. That story is on page 3 of the New Telegraph newspaper. That's where you find it. Says state's wage bill now 8 billion naira. Arabic federal government says 10 trillion with TSA operation. All right, moving on. We also see why INEC should prosecute vote buying suspects by Falana. And then the big headline here says human organ trafficking. How Sonia's kidney problem landed Ekweremadu wife in UK court. Ex-Deputy Senate President fully disclosed reasons for taking donor to London. If you need to get details of, why he did all of that, you rush to page 5 of the New Telegraph newspaper. That's where you get details of that. Moving on, we see here NNPC to depot owners. Sell fuel at approved price or be blacklisted. Sell fuel at approved price or be blacklisted. That story is on page 4 of the New Telegraph newspaper. We also see this one down part of the paper. It says rising insecurity. Protect people of Southeast. Reps tell federal government. All right. We see here CBN approves 385 billion naira for real sector to boost GDP. All right, we move on, and then, sorry, before we go on to our questions, our discussion, there's this very interesting story here that I see. It's a drama as lawyer dressed as traditionalist appears in Supreme Court. Details of that story is on page 3, but Mr. Victor, I go because I saw the videos and, it was very intriguing. Fully adorned in traditional attire. For those of you that don't know, how, a traditionalist would look like in Nigeria, we call them babalawos or the native doctors. That's what we call them here. It's nothing, funny at all. It's a very serious look. And that's how a lawyer was dressed to the courts, And what's your reaction to that story?
So we will go back to the case that the Supreme Court heard last Friday, where they've allowed the hijab
Muslims, yeah.
to be worn in
For the
schools.
Muslim faithfuls,
Okay.
yeah.
So now Section 38 of the Constitution, which says there is freedom of thoughts, freedom of worship, freedom of religion.
Yeah.
So he's hinging his dress code to the freedom of worshiping.
So he's expressing himself
Yes.
religiously. Is
Yes.
that like,
So he said that he's a traditional worshipper. Okay? Not a native doctor, though. He's a traditional worshipper. So he is wearing his traditional dress, in as much as that some persons might be against him, but the code of conduct in the law says that you need to wear your jacket, his robe,
Yeah,
he's
his
wearing
robe,
his
yeah.
robe, and his
his
what do you
wig?
call it? His wig. Okay. So every other thing, he's expressing worship, expressing his religion. Now, they now asked, what about the chalk
on his-
around your eye? He was like, that they told him that if he does not wear this, that he will not be seeing the spiritual powers in front of him. So he needed to, wear that. So,
goodness.
well, some call it sarcasm, but I also call it he's trying to express the law that has been decreed last weekend. Okay, so going forward, they've advised him to come up and drop a case, as in,
Is it challenging?
yes, put it in court, let the Supreme Court hears it, that you can also wear your worshiping dress to the court.
And let me also add that he also said that his children will also wear the same attire to their schools.
Ooh.
Yes, because so because if they say that a Muslim girl should wear hijab to school, to classes in Lagos State and every other part of the country, yes, that his children can also freely express their religious, belief in their dress sense, and then also dress the same way to the classes, and nobody should intimidate them. I mean, he has a case though. It was a very, very strange sight to see someone adorned in that kind of attire. Okay, we'll move on with our discussions. We'll go to Nigerian Tribune. Before we get into the headlines, if you look at the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, you will see that lawyer we were speaking about a short while ago, and his very interesting outfit, fully adorned in a traditional outfit. So let's take a look at that picture. All right, let's go to the headlines here on the Nigerian Tribune for today, the 24th day of June 2022. And we have on the top, it says, real reason Wike is angry. That's on page 19 of the Nigerian Tribune. We also see here defections. What Adamu promised aggrieved APC lawmakers. That story is on page 19 of the Nigerian Tribune, so do well to read up the details. All right, as the big headliner here on the Nigerian Tribune, we see alleged organ harvesting, how Ekweremadu wife landed in UK court. Case involves boy 15 brought into UK from Lagos. Ekweremadu wife denied human trafficking, exploitation allegations, denied bail. Case resumed July 7th. Document in circulation shows Ekweremadu informed UK High Commission about daughter's kidney donor. Details of all of that is on page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune. Right, moving on, we also see here suspected killers of Owo worshippers arrested. Ondo Omotekun says, we are not aware of any arrest. Police, in reacting to that story, response, say they are not aware of any arrest. As we also see here, 1 month after importers pick holes in customs VIN valuation, labor policy selective, threatened to sue V-Reg. Right, we also see here, lawyer appears in Supreme Court in Olokun priest regalia, says his kids will do same in school. So details of that is on page 11 of the Nigerian Tribune. We also see, let's take this one, it says, fuel scarcity, NNPC should address profiteering of private depots. Ipman. Stories, details of that is on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. All right, moving on, we see a story about our governor here, Governor Wike. There, it says, real reason Wike is angry. Is Wike angry?
That's a tricky one.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't tag him angry, but he'll be disappointed. He'll be disappointed. He's a man that has invested so much in PDP over the years. And yes, he came second during the primaries,
Yes.
the PDP presidential primaries, losing to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Then afterwards, okay, mind you, let me start from the back. Mind you, before the primary elections, there was a zoning committee. Mind you and mind you again, Wike has been very vocal about power coming to the south.
Yeah.
So, he was hoping that after the zoning committee, that they will come out with a report to say power should be left for the south. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But he still went on with the process, continued with the process. Then he lost. Then it was time to select a VP candidate. Lo and behold, there was also a committee to do their findings and pick, out of their findings, pick somebody to represent for the party. From reports making the rounds, he was picked by the committee. But Atiku himself came out to say no, that he wants Okowa to be his candidate. Wike lost both left and right. So he's there in Rivers State. But the good thing is that he has started paying pensioners, my brother. The process is ongoing.
That's so true, yeah.
And some persons are like, so the money that he kept for the presidential runoffs, that he has finally succumbed to using the money to pay pensioners. Now we can see his house at Attire has been a place of plenty visitations. The other time it was Bala Muhammad. Okay, now Bala Muhammad of the PDP, it is insinuated that he came to meet Wike to tell him to please stay calm, remain with the PDP, the sky is our limit. LP, Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, also was with him. They say that he met him to form a coalition so that they can push LP so that they can get the presidential ticket come 2023. Then, Governor Umahi of Ebonyi State also visited him. Governor Umahi is an APC politician. He also came to lure him into APC. So as he stands, for me, he's on holiday, catching his cruise, and I hope that he should be a good loser. Okay, he should re-strategize and plan for his future.
Yes, I agree with you. He has always come out to say he's a very dedicated party man. This is a true test of his level of dedication to the party, because I mean, what's happening to him is not something that a lot of politicians would take lightly. I mean, some politicians would have even left the party. They would have dumped PDP by now, but he's still there carrying on despite all the visits from other party, opposition party members that are coming to, woo him, because they recognize his influence here in the South and Southeast. Wike is a very influential and powerful politician from here in the Southeast. So they all recognize that side of him. So they're all coming to, trying to, get something out of the situation. Well, we are all, fingers crossed, waiting for the 2023 general elections. And we don't ever forget to tell you, our viewers, don't forget to get your PVC. Go out there. We still have a few days left, maybe up to maybe 12, 15 days or thereabout. Do well to get your PVC. It's important that you get involved in the upcoming electoral process. It will determine what your 4 years, your next 4 years or 5 years will look like. It will determine a lot for Nigerians and for Nigeria. So if you are out there and you're here to get your PVC, do well to get it today. All right, Mr. Victor, thank you very much. That's all we'll be taking today.
Thank you.
Thank you to our viewers for staying with us up to this time. This has been the Newspaper Review, and my name is Williams Abule. I'll see you next time on the program.